I want to start with a short story. There was an email I kept avoiding. Nothing dramatic, just an invitation I wanted to send. I had written the recipient's name and the subject line, and then I left it sitting in drafts. Each day I would tell myself I would do it properly tomorrow or at some point, because I wanted the perfect mood or the perfect words. One morning I made a small agreement with myself. Before I touched anything else, I would give that draft 2 minutes. That's all. So I opened the laptop, started to boil the kettle, and I typed the first few words in the body of the email, and then a couple of more sentences, and by the time the kettle clicked, the message was complete. It was not perfect, but it was complete. So I pressed send. The next day there was a reply, a yes. That simple email led to a conversation which led to new ideas, and that was not because I found the perfect words, but because I started. Those 2 minutes I gave myself were the key, because they unlocked the next step and the next after that. The lesson for me, and I hope for you now vicariously, is clear. Begin and let the beginning do some of the work, because then there are other forces at play, but the beginning is the important. This is Personal Development Mastery Podcast with Agi Keramidas, episode 539. So hold that thought of the story that I shared with you in your own life. What is the thing you have been overthinking? Perhaps it's not the biggest project, but just the one action that would move today forward. So when this episode ends, give it a 2-minute start. So open the note, or put the running shoes by the door, or draft the first line of the email. Start beats perfect every time. And here I want to give a quick and special shout out to everyone listening on Castbox. I notice you are listening. Thank you for choosing to be here. If you are on Castbox, tap subscribe so you can get the new episodes as soon as they are out. Your listens keep this show moving, and I'm grateful that you are here. And having said that, may I ask a small favor? If this podcast helps you, please leave a quick review in your podcast app. So if you are on Castbox, tap the star rating and add one sentence about what you have gained. In Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or on your app, open the show page, click or tap rate or review, and share a short line. It takes less than a minute, and it really helps more people find the podcast. All right, so think again of that, of your version of that unsent email. Name it in your mind now, and picture the first 2 minutes, where you will be, what will you touch first. Let the beginning be small, but let it be as soon as possible after this episode finishes, which is now really. Thank you for listening, for supporting the show, and for taking action today. So now, give your one thing those 2 minutes and begin.